Last time on Long Distance Dungeons and Dragons Dinner Theater. With Cersei's help, the group teleported their walking hut into the town of Delblop, and after upsetting a few vacationers, Aristophanes followed Cersei to Grupo Gamma to join and train with them, then hid Archaon's sword in an extra-dimensional space inside their hut. Meanwhile, Harlock and Morgan fished as they prepared for a fish taco eating contest to celebrate Cersei and Aristophanes' completion of Grupo Gamma training, while Juan and Kit collected specimen, and Alec tried to help a local boy hunt for a water strider, only to have the boy's hand eaten by a giant turtle. And after the taco eating contest, Cersei and Morgan teleported back to Oestra. In Finn's body, Bahamut murdered his boat buddy and covered it up before arriving at the Fofosi docks and approaching the door that led straight back to the Maelstrom. After most of their party dove in, only Bahamut and one monk remained behind to find a new adventure to pursue on their own. Cuthbert and Archaon, with his bird-like followers, all wandered around lost in the Kelnaran Temple labyrinth, narrowly surviving encounter after encounter. And now, Long Distance Dungeons and Dragons Dinner Theater continues. So you go towards the path to the left.
And another encounter.
This maze is full of them. Alright, roll me a perception as you guys head down this hallway.
26.
14.
Alright, once again, Archaon will see more than you. You will see some sort of green slime on the floor, but Archaon will see the rot and decay in it, the sort of fungi, mildew, toadstools, the reek of the dead. This is a fungus that obviously breaks down living organisms. So it's some sort of moldless slime, some sort of mushroom. It reeks of decay. It smells like death to you. It's a smell that Archaon's very familiar with. So he noticed it right away, of course. Roll for initiative. I got a 13.
5, 4, and a 17.
Right, so you can all go before this mold goes. Cuthbert?
11.
Yeah, Cuthbert goes after.
We're going to attack, I guess. There's not really much else we can do. Natural 20, a 18 against touch,
Both hits.
a 21,
Hit.
and a 18.
Hit. All hits.
We have a 7, a 3, 7, 7.
24. So you guys are able to, dissipate most of this mushrooms and ooze and slime, tear it apart, but there's a little bit left. So it does get one attack before Cuthbert gets to do anything. But I rolled a 6 plus 4, so 10 versus Cuthbert's AC, which I'm pretty sure is a miss.
Yep.
So the moves, you do not touch the ooze, and it's your turn.
It's 10.
That's a hit.
You got it.
Yeah, touch AC, man. That's the beauty of guns. You pretty much hit almost every time unless you roll really, really, really shitty.
2.
Sure.
2 damage, so very close, but back to the top.
Alright, I'll kill it.
It did something, but that's a
22,
hit.
And I'll just roll damage for that. That's
Yeah.
like a 7. So.
Yeah, you guys have been able to
That
kill
would
this
be a
ooze.
noise to show sploosh.
Yeah, sploosh. Classic sploosh. You guys get 145 experience points for killing this ooze. So that's 18 locust damage, as your body is eaten up by locusts, so you're all covered in bites now and sores, and there's time in between it, and we can assume you would have woken up, so you can heal in between if you want to heal in between.
Well, I'm going to use all of my channel positive energy health rolls.
Alright, so you wake up from the locusts.
For 35 fire damage coming in as well.
Does he get a reflex save or anything?
That's awesome.
Does he get a reflex save for that fire damage?
Yeah, you try to reflex save.
You can reflex save for half there, Ramses.
I got a natural 19.
Yeah, you'll take half.
So what was fire damage?
35, so it takes 17.
17 and 18 locust damage?
Yeah, but you healed some of it though, right?
Well, I'm healing now. I got 11 for my first roll with channel positive energy. So that's 11. I got 8, 19, and I got 6. So 25. What would that be? What would it have been? 35? Yeah, so if I had 25, so yeah, I just have 10 damage. So I'll be fine.
And also, I would still like to point out the fact that Cersei did walk in and tell everyone to get the fuck out of the house.
Yeah, but Ramses was passed out from the party and not healing, other than he woke up
Yeah,
enough
no,
to
that's fine. I'll go with that
touch
storyline.
himself.
Everything's cool.
Yeah.
So, no, I'm saying, I would think that we would have pulled his body out of the house, maybe.
But we didn't say that happened, so it didn't. I can't
But we also didn't talk about the fact that he was there or anything happened. So you can't
That's not my fault.
ignore one thing
This is
and
why we
then
play the
play
game.
another.
It's happened with other characters before, just because we don't say they're there. Just like that time, didn't we leave someone in a cart one time before and you guys had to like go back to another town to get someone that was in a cart still. Like,
No.
Yep.
yeah, this is how we.
Tom movie.
Yeah, this is how we play the game, guys. Like, if someone's asleep, that doesn't mean they're not there. It's not my. You don't account for them. That's not my fault. We have to have repercussions for these things because their bodies were still there. Make them. They can't just like disappear from reality and reappear with no consequences.
Yeah.
What?
It doesn't make any sense.
Because, yeah,
Game
we
has to
weren't
make
conscious
sense.
of the fact they were there.
Yeah, you knew you took Ramses into the hut. You made a point to put him in there when he was passed out. So I mean, there's no reason you couldn't have made a point to say something afterwards. All right, so he's pretty beat up. So we'll say that's probably why Ramses rests all the way into Delbloop. We'll give Ramses a month in Delbloop too, though. So we'll say Ramses is able to rest and recover. And once the hut arrives in Delbloop, it is there for a month. You'll find yourself in a strange dancing hut. It seems to bob back and forth, up and down, but on the inside has perfect equilibrium. Inside is a table, a bowl, a hen, a pantry, and a cauldron.
And a door with a crescent moon.
Yeah, and a chalk drawn door with a crescent moon on it on the wall. And then on the front door that has a screen door on the way out and two glass windows that can slide open. And outside's a large front porch. Beneath the house, you'll see 4 long chicken legs that go down into the swamp water below. Seems like very shallow swamp water, and you seem to be in the middle of what is like an RV park or a camp. A lot of tourists kind of like hanging out in what looks like an artificial swamp with a dome over it. So you're in another domed city. So you wake up after this after party being like, whoa, where am I? I got eaten up by locusts and caught on fire. I was really hungover and now I'm in this swamp.
Perception check to see if there are any notes or any sign of my fellow companions anywhere around.
Yeah, I mean, Juwan,
We're right
Kit,
there.
Juwan and Kit will be around. Cersei will be around certain hours of the day. Cersei will be gone a lot because she is either, if she's in the hut, she's busy making alchemical stuff, so you don't want to bother her. She looks like she's very concentrated on doing something. And if she's not in the hut, she's just going to be gone for long periods of time. So your best bet right now is probably to talk to Juwan and Kit, who are only gone for a couple hours every day to look for specimens in the swamps, like plant specimens. So they're there a lot. So you probably will run into Kit and Juwan.
Hey Kit and Jawan.
What up?
How things been going?
Pretty good. I guess we're in the middle of our month in town.
Yep.
Yeah, so we've just been gathering weird ass stuff from the swamp. There's gonna be a party in a couple weeks.
Oh, that sounds neat.
Yeah.
Harlock's been catching a bunch of fish and storing them.
Harlock's been dragging Morgan to go fishing every fucking day for their month-long honeymoon here.
Classic Harlock.
Yeah, I think it's a lot of fun for them. Fish taco contest that we got planned for the...
I'd like to see Ramses roll to see how many he eats at the end of this
Oh,
month.
yeah.
I'll do that. Do I need to roll a...
Well, do you want to do anything else?
gotta
Do you want to do anything else for the months in, or do you just want to like skip to the end of the month and eat tacos?
Some people are like...
I mean, is there anywhere in the town that I could, like, make money or purchase armor?
Both, if you want, or whatever.
Let me see how much... I don't have fucking jack shit for money.
They do have a smithy here.
I have 0 armor. I have a ham sandwich I can give someone for armor.
You want to buy?
You pulled that ham sandwich out.
You want to upgrade to yes armor? That's what you're telling me. Instead of no armor, you want yes armor.
Yeah.
Yeah, they
Correct.
do that. They have bitter armor, putrid armor, improved shadow armor, improved slick armor. They've got all the regular armor you would want. Folding plates, plate armor of the deep, enchanted eel skin.
Give him a price range. What can you
What do you
afford?
got to blow?
What do they have under 1,000 gold?
That'll limit it.
I got some swamp grass we can knit together into like a shirt.
I have 935 gold pieces.
Can I show him that this thick swamp grass that I found and like talk about the buoyancy of it and that if you like weave it properly then...
Yeah, you can tell him you can get a +1 armor out of this swamp grass if we can find a way to weave it.
I mean, yeah, you could like buy something cheap and then put the swamp grass on it, like weave it around it.
You can get leather, basic leather here. It's swamp leather, so it's like a snake, an almost snake skin. For 20 gold, it's a +2 AC bonus.
What else is in my price range? Like, what's the highest possible armor bonus that I can get?
The highest
For
you could
not-
probably buy would be here would be a chain shirt. That's 200 gold. That's a +4.
If I sold in my 3 + 1 daggers that I have.
For those you would get 900 gold for all 3.
Okay, yeah, I'll sell those in.
Yeah, you get 900 gold. You want to spend 200 on
So
chain shirt? Or?
$1,835, what can I get in the most maximum armor protection?
1,835.
Alright.
And they have agile half plates here for 1,700 gold. I don't know if you can afford that.
I have 1,800. What goes into that? Is that a full armor suit?
That
or
is a
that
plus
like-
8 armor.
Okay.
It does give you a 40% spell failure chance, though.
I've had that before. I'm willing to risk that. But is it specifically like a suit of armor? Is it just a chest plate? Is it like a buckler? What is it?
It's heavy armor. Let's see, it's a half plate, so I don't think it's...
It's just gonna
It
come
allows extra maneuverability,
Okay.
so you can still run in it and stuff like that. It's
Yeah,
got joints stuff in it.
swing my sword.
Yeah, it's a good heavy armor.
Can I roll a diplomacy check to see if I can knock, what'd you say, 17?
Yep.
Can I get like a 25% discount? I got a 16.
Nope.
No,
No
All right.
discount.
I'll pay the 1700. And what's the full name of the armor?
Agile half plate.
That's really all I want to do for the month. I've gotten my armor that I needed. I will proceed to do the hot dog or fish taco roll.
Alright, time for the fish taco eating contest. How many fish tacos can you eat? What do we decide
What
was
do
the
I-
modifier for that? Survival or something?
What die do I
Sleight
need
of
to
hand.
roll?
They did sleight of hand. That's why they got so bad. I didn't do any.
Yeah, so it's just a
I
D.
just did a
It's just,
D20.
oh, that's right. And Morgan got a +1 because she was pregnant.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's just a D20 for how many you can eat. What does he have to beat?
Oh,
23.
23.
Pregnant?
Yeah,
What?
that's what you get for missing games, man. Yeah, Morgan's pregnant, dude.
Quit your job, Pat.
Quit your job and play D&D. Morgan's pregnant.
So I need to roll a d20 and use my sleight of hand skill. Is that what you're saying?
That's what they did
Have
too.
to.
They snuck a bunch of tacos into their bags of holding and pretended like they ate them because they were lying and trying to win this contest. I don't know that Ramses would do that just to win a fish taco eating contest.
With no stakes.
With
that
no
we
stakes, no
define.
reward, other than just like
no, I'm
pride.
just going to eat a bunch of fucking fish tacos.
Alright, so then just roll
I mean, there were things
then just roll a
involved.
D20 for how many fish tacos you eat.
I mean, I'm going into this blind. Can I roll a perception for the stakes involved or whatever?
Yeah, roll a perception.
I got a 21.
What are the stakes, Cersei?
Shit. I guess we did create the tacos and the contest. And in retrospect, I have very little to lose from this. So I would say the winner gets to pick something out of my bag of holding, which contains about 22 tacos.
Alright.
And you only have to eat more than 23
Yeah, you gotta be 23.
with a D20. So figure that one out.
Are there mythic points I can use?
You can use a mythic point. You can surge eat tacos. I forgot about that.
Okay.
You can surge eat.
I'm going to roll.
I think actually for an ogre it makes a lot of sense to surge eat.
I got a 4.
So if you roll if you roll 5 more 6s, you'll
I'm
get.
going to surge 5 times. I mean,
Oh,
it'll
man.
be in the day. I'll get the mythic points back at the end of this.
Yeah, you will. So this just determines whether or not you win the contest. You gotta
Yeah.
beat 23 with your 5 D6s.
I'm rolling 4 6-sided die right now. 6, 12, 17, and 21 plus 4, so I got 25.
What? He just won!
Yeah, you just ate more tacos than anybody.
Ogre Ramsey.
Ogre Ramses eats the most tacos in all of Delboob. He goes up in all the local rags. Gets picked up by the Rolling Snake. It's now a big article.
And he gets to reach
Teen
into my bag
Ogre
of
wins
holding.
eating record.
No surprise.
Yeah.
Turns out.
So yeah, you get a prize out of Cersei's bag, it looks like.
I was stuffing all those tacos into my dick bag of holding, so he gets to pick between 21 fish tacos.
That's the only thing that's in there. There's nothing else in there besides fish tacos.
I kept all my stuff in the other bag, my
All right.
Gucci bag.
So you gotta reach into this bag, Ramses, and see what you pull out.
Actually, you
I
know
got
what?
a bunch of fish tacos.
I'll throw a few other fun things in there for him, just for giggles. 21 fish tacos. Inside of that bag is also going to be the 13 vials of calcium, magnesium, sodium, phosphorus, potassium, and chloride. 3 pounds of salt. My iron rope. my black ball of scrying, my scroll of polypurpose panacea, my black iron cobra dagger, and my jar of anointing oil.
Well, I just hope that I get the magnesium, because if I eat 21 fish tacos, I'm going to have heartburn.
You want to just do like percentage die, like down that list? The higher the percentage die, the farther down the list he gets.
Yeah, I'll do percentage die.
Yeah, roll percentage die, and that'll see what you get out of this bag, according to Cersei's judgment of where that lands on that list.
I got a 54.
Alright, so where's 54 on that list, Cersei?
It gets my iron rope.
Nice.
Which I would tell you is orange. Actually, that's the color of it, I guess. I don't know why I wrote that down.
It's an orange rope.
There's a command word that you need to figure out, which I'm probably not going to tell you because I'm kind of a bitch. You took it from me. Alright, well, once you say the words I am Iron Man and Elven, transmute rope into iron. It's 25 feet long, and you can cut it 3 times and 1 inch thick.
Yeah. And when you say the words, it becomes hard as iron and heavy as iron.
And also, like, in whatever configuration, like,
you've laid it out in, yeah.
Noose, it turns into a metal noose. If you wrap someone in the rope,
then it becomes the metal
word,
binds. Yeah. So you can, like, tie someone's hands up and then say the words, and then they're wrapped in iron binds instead of rope binds.
I was really looking forward to using that too, Patrick. I hope you put that to good use.
It's very sour.
I'm going to be with you, so I'll let you sit.
You can share it. You guys can both climb the iron rope.
Ramses is all about
First, you just into bondage, so...
You just wanted to tie somebody up with an iron rope. That's all it was.
I'm just trying not to fucking die, and I feel like if I surround myself with more people, I won't.
That's a good idea. You get more.
You
gotta have a meat shield, man. Meat shield makes all the difference. All right, so you guys have a taco party. Ramsey gets something in the bag. The village celebrates. You guys have finished up your month. Cersei teleports away with Morgan to Oestra. So now Ramsey's just left alone in the hut with Aristophanes, Juan, Kit, Viva, Froderick, Harlock.
I think I should probably take Harlock back to Oestra too, but we'll see if he wants me to do that.
I'm gonna take a return trip because it already didn't happen. So.
Yeah, but you would think that he would want to be with his wife.
Maybe when it's closer to like delivery date. I don't know. So do you do anything with the rest of your friends in this hut here, Ramses? Now that Cersei's gone, the month's over. Shrug.
I'll talk to fucking Froderick and see what's up with Cersei.
Ramses has a conversation with Froderick. What's Froderick got to say to Ramses about Cersei and her recent endeavors?
Mistress, eat lots of tacos.
Insanely powerful. Why are you complaining?
Go to Zombie Town with pregnant lady.
Do you have a name of Zombie Town, Froderick?
Yeah, he'll say Oestra.
Ramses will remember that was the town where the wedding invitation was to.
Yeah, we've been there before.
Yeah.
You were at least there for a wedding.
Well, when's she coming back, Froderick?
Point at the cauldron in the middle of the room and say, she need ingredients.
What ingredients?
To make hut go.
I will roll a knowledge arcana, try and pull some shit out of my ass for that. I got a 15.
You don't know a lot, but it seems like with the way Cersei operates and the fact that you're in a dancing hut and there's a big cauldron and he's saying that he needs to make hut go, that either this cauldron powers it, either he needs to put some sort of ingredients in the cauldron as some sort of fuel or as some sort of magical offering to make the hut do something. You'll be able to figure that out, but not much else really. So Cersei needs something to make this hut do something else.
What? That searching it could possibly reveal any of the ingredients themselves?
I mean, I think Juan is there, might be able to give you more information about how this thing works since you've been passed out for a while. Juan?
Ramses doesn't know.
So, in order to make the hut like stuff, we can do simple commands to it. Sort of the same way you do like handle animal is like really simple stuff like ray, stop. It has like a defense system as well that I don't really know that much about, but Cersei of course knows. And so there's this chicken and then there's this like cauldron thing. And we have to like break an egg into this like cauldron thing and then like tell the house to do stuff so we can get it to like walk around by breaking these eggs. And it's got this like pantry thing in it. We can like use the house to teleport around, but you have to put 2 ingredients into a cauldron, and it's like the ingredients are linked to the place that you're teleporting to. We have not tried that yet, right?
Well, that's how it got
We did.
developed, so you tried it at least one time.
Yeah, so we did it once. And
I heard about that earlier.
That
Pat
happens.
told me about that.
Cersei rolled a 15 perception to see if she hears anything through her bracer.
You guys have your bracers on? I guess that only applies to Juwan in this instance.
yeah, I mean, I pretty much always have it on.
Yeah, then you'll probably hear this conversation of her explaining to Ramses how the hut works.
So basically,
Alright.
we're like making sure that nobody else gets into the house and like fucks with it. So you kind of need to have somebody here all the time.
You guys roll perception to see if you can hear Cersei talking to you.
Can I go ahead and say currently you guys have 48 eggs in the house
Woo!
for the month that you've been parked here?
I got a 21.
Did you write down how many eggs there were?
Can I ask
We
what
had
the
like
fuck
11,
these eggs
I got
are?
it down to 7, and then I got the hen to lay more, and then we like traveled up.
So let's say you have 69 total eggs right now. How's that?
What are these eggs?
And 29 of them have turned. You guys don't know which ones, but 29 of them are rotten.
They rolled perception to see if they can hear Cersei.
Yep.
Yeah, I got like 9 and
And Ramsey's rolling
wait,
perception
15.
to see if he notices these goddamn eggs.
then
Yeah.
They're just apparently around the fucking thing that he doesn't know what the fuck these eggs are.
Yeah, you'll see a stack of eggs even without rolling a check. Passively, you'll see a
He
pile
rolled
of
a
eggs.
he rolled a 21 on perception, so
Yeah.
he can hear through the bracer probably, even if
Yeah.
Juwan can't.
Yep.
Why are we laying eggs, guys?
Yo, Ramses. So you've been sleeping for a while. I just took Morgan over to Owestra because she needs some prenatal care. We want to make sure this baby comes out all nice and happy and safe. Also, in the meantime, I'm trying to figure out a way to get this hut out of this giant bubble town because right now it's way too big to fit out the front door. So in order to do that, we teleported this hut into this town using the cauldron sitting in the middle of the house. The two items in there that relate to an area, and hopefully it'll teleport you to where you want to go. So I'm going to be in Owestra trying to figure out some items to help us teleport the hut out of Delbrook Town. I heard you mentioned something about eggs, and what we do is we use the eggs, we crack one into that mortar and pestle that's sitting on the table right in front of you. And if you make this is outside game, but or inside game, if you are really good at knowing how to work magical items, you can make the house do what you want. I'm going to be hanging out trying to get some ingredients to make the hut teleport out of this little area, but I'll be back shortly. I can teleport back and forth, no problem, personally. But I think Morgan's going to stay in Owestra, and I'm going to try to get Harlock to go there too to take care of his lady. Oh yeah, she's totally pregnant with Harlock's baby. That's why they got married. You were at that wedding, right?
Yeah, I was at the wedding, but
Yeah, it was a shotgun wedding, dude. She
What?
was totally pregnant. She was totally
what's,
pregnant.
no, what's the sex of the baby?
I don't think we know that. There's no such thing as ultrasounds, but I might be able. Can Cersei scry?
I was going to say, we
Morgan's
have
or
magic. We don't need science. We have magic.
Let me look and see if we can use Scry to see the sex of this baby.
Hey, how about this? Remember that one of the things that I had in my bag? It was a black ball of scrying, and it lets me see things from shadowy areas. What's more shadowy than the womb, right?
It's true.
But my character, I'm an anatomist, actually. So I know anatomy, so I might actually be able to scry on her uterus instead of baby in general.
Yeah. I'll give you, instead of second hand, because of your anatomy, I'll give you first hand knowledge, which just means a +0 to the will save modifier, which the baby's not going to, I'm going to fail it anyway, it's a baby. So you can scry on the baby with a magical sensor, 1 minute per level. You can see the baby in the womb.
I'll put some water into my baboon skull, I'm using the ball, so I don't need to scry using water. So yeah, I'll just look into the black ball.
So are you like hiding under a cape, or where are you at that it's dark to do this?
I would assume that I'm either in the hut or deep down underwater, hanging out with the group of Gamma people
Well, not if you're scrying on the baby. At this point, you're with Morgan in Owestra.
in her hospital room or wherever we.
Yeah, you'd either be in the hospital room in Owestra, or you'd be in their house in Owestra if she gave you an access card.
I would assume she would let me there. I've been there before, and
Yeah.
I would teleport her there.
So if you have an
directly.
access card to the house, you can go somewhere dark in the house and try and scry, like a closet, or you go hide in a closet.
Yeah, Cersei goes into the closet and scries on the sex of the baby.
Alright, so you hide
But
in
I
the
feel
closet.
like we really should let Patrick roll for that.
Yeah, I agree. But I'll say that you're hiding in the closet looking into the ball, and it starts to light up. You can see the baby for 18 seconds before the light goes dim. We'll wait for Patrick to actually roll the sex, but you're the one looking at it. And you can come out of the closet. You can come out of the closet and tell Morgan or Harlock if you like teleport back to Harlock and let him know once you've scryed. But you're now hiding in the closet, scrying the baby's sex.
Also, don't start a fight inside the hut, because if anyone starts fighting, it has this natural defense mechanism where locusts just pop out and start trying to eat everything.
Yeah, Ramses will say he's familiar with that.
But yeah, I'd also tell you that I created a bathroom. If you want to use it, it's the chalk door with the crescent moon on it. It's got an extra dimensional space. You can go in there and poop, pee, whatever you want to do.
How do you open the door?
I mean, I would tell him how to do so. Use an open spell.
Okay, there you go.
Make sure to close it behind you.
Use a close spell to close it behind you. It takes magic to open the door. And it's supposed to be a room full of crap. It's not really a bathroom. It's much like a 30 to 45 foot room that you can poop in and pee in on the floor.
Yeah, we're gonna need to put a bag of holding in there to hold that poop.
That's a dangerous game to play, though.
Yeah, an extra dimensional space inside of an extra dimensional space.
That's just like waiting for something bad to happen. Every time you open that bag inside of that room, you're asking for trouble. That goes for the hut too. Every time you open a bag inside of the hut, you're asking for trouble.
Unless multiple people team up, you're not going to be able to get this hut to move anywhere, because being very good at using magical devices, most people are not very proficient at that. Myself is one of the few people who has got a pretty solid
good
roll
at it.
for that.
Yeah. So you're one of the few people that can probably do it by yourself.
Almost by myself. Once I leveled up, I put all my skill points into that. I wasted all my skill points, Brian, by the way.
Just so you could drive a hut?
So I could drive a fucking hut, man.
So you could drive an RV around in the imaginary world. You just want an RV really bad. So Ramses, do you do anything in the RV, Ramses?
I mean, I'm just gonna chill and wait for Cersei and them to get back.
So we're on to Ortega and Tartarus.
Yep.
You're about to move on to another level, right? Roll me a percentage chance for what you face on the next level of your video game challenge.
Aren't you like some parasite thing or something like that inhabited?
Yep.
That's pretty cool.
And every time something dies, he can suck hit points from it, so...
Oh, that's cool that I get the Vermilek. Well, how do you pronounce that shit, Brian?
Vermilek, I would assume.
Vermilek?
Yep.
So that's cool that I get all his shit.
Yeah, that's what you are now. You are a Vermilek.
Yeah,
and you climbed into a hollow body. You took over the hollow body, and whenever you leave it, you'll suck out HP from it and then make a new body. So you're just like wearing it like a suit.
Egger suit.
Yeah, you look like Egger suit from Men in Black. So you're making it look like a fat, contorted version of itself. So you're like a head with wormy tentacles that lives inside of other people's bodies.
No, but I'm saying, like, the thing I'm living inside of it says it's cycloptic being.
Oh yeah, the holodemon.
That's fucking badass.
Yeah, it's a winged demon with one eye, with sharp teeth. It's pretty scary looking.
Cool. Let's go to the next level.
Alright, want to roll me a percentage chance to see what you come up against?
I got a 35.
Alright, so you see a floating pirate's head with like ghostly dogs swirling around its legs. Roll for initiative as a ghost arises from the floor below as you sink down to the floor below.
I got a 19.
I got a natural 1, so you're going to go first.
Hey! Well, I guess I would more do a knowledge planes maybe to apply to this creature.
Yeah, knowledge planes or knowledge arcana would help you.
A 5, so I don't know anything.
Yeah, other than it's a floating ghost head.
What level of big graphic am I at now?
Between 16 and 32.
Nice. Can I do a perception check to see if it's like an ethereal being?
Yeah, roll it.
That is going to be an 8.
It's hard to tell because of the graphics. It looks like it sort of might be opaque, but it's hard to tell.
Yeah, I'm just going to do my normal attack, I guess. I'll do the claw attack, so that's 1d4. But let me roll to see the AC. 16 plus my BAB, which is 1, plus my strength bonus, which is 5. So that's going to be 22.
Alright, you swing, and you actually feel like you should hit, and your claw passes right through it because it is incorporeal. So you do hit it, but the claw just like wafts right through it like a mist, and it reforms right behind you, so you know you didn't actually damage it. The hounds around its feet start to stir up and turn into Ravenous and Corporeal Hounds for a number of rounds that I will now roll. Which is 4 rounds. They were going to attack, which is going to be an 18 versus your AC.
That is a miss.
Alright, so they miss, and it's your turn.
Now I will cast Searing Light and sear the shit out of this motherfucker. That spell is focusing divine power like a ray of the sun. You project a blast of light from your open paw. You must succeed on a ranged touch attack to strike your target.
So attack versus his touch AC.
I got a natural 19 plus 1 plus 5, so that's going to be a 25.
Alright, so you do hit.
Alright,
So now it is staggered and cannot attack for as long as this
A creature
lasts.
struck by this ray of light takes 1d8 points of damage per 2 caster levels. On a 3rd caster level, an undead creature takes 1d6 points of damage per caster level.
It is undead.
An undead creature particularly vulnerable to light takes 1d8 points of damage per caster level.
This one is particularly vulnerable to light, so we'll take the extra damage.
Okay, so I get 2d8 plus the 1d8 from the initial attack point of damage. I got a 5, 6, so 11, 5, so that will be 16.
Alright, you do some damage. For its turn, it flees 40 foot away from you. It does not attack, and it's your turn.
I'm just going to do, I guess, the Searing Light again. The range
Seemed to work pretty well last time.
It's 100 feet.
Yeah, this thing's 40 foot away, so you can still hit it again. It did seem to prevent it from attacking you, so...
Natural 20,
Yeah, it's a hit.
so that's,
23.
yep, my 4th roll.
That's 6.
8, so that's, no, that was my 4th roll, but I rolled 8 on my 5th roll, so 8 plus 23 is going to be 31, and my final roll is 4, so 35.
Not bad. Flees another 40 feet. That's now 80 foot away from you. Now on the very edge of the platform of this level, as far as you can tell. It's your turn again. The platforms you've been playing on have been getting larger and larger as levels have progressed, so the playing field has grown.
Damn, I can't really do anything besides my spells, really, I don't think. What if I use a spiritual weapon?
That would hit it still. Spiritual weapons exist on the other plane, so that would hit it. Those do force damage, so...
Okay, I will summon a spiritual weapon.
That's your standard, but then the spiritual weapon gets an attack, right?
Yes. And that is going to be a 4.
You create the magic weapon, but you swing and miss with it. You have trouble controlling it with your mind. This thing's going to turn around, but it is 80 feet away, so it's just going to start coming back towards you, but not reach you this round. That is now within 40 feet of you. It's your turn again.
I will walk up and consecrate the ground.
I like it.
The area. So that blesses the area with positive energy. DC to resist positive channeled energy within this area gains a +3 sacred bonus. Every undead creature entering a consecrated area suffers minor disruption, suffering a -1 penalty on attack rolls, damage rolls, and saves. Undead cannot be created within or summoned into a consecrated area around it.
Alright, so it's going to be on the ground there, so it's going to move out of that this turn.
Do it on yourself.
Yeah, I'll do it on myself, and then I'm going to use my spiritual weapon.
Alright, so you do the spiritual weapon attack.
That is going to be a 10.
Miss.
God, your wisdom is terrible, isn't it?
0
Yep, that's not helping you.
does not help.
So it comes towards you. It is now going to take a -1 because it's in the area. Got a 4 plus... Started with -1, so it was 5 minus 1, so 4 plus 12 is 16 versus your AC.
Should be a miss.
So yeah, it misses. Oh, I forgot about his hounds. His hounds attack.
I'm going to cast Owl's Wisdom on myself to gain +4 wisdom for 1 minute a level, so that's going to be for the next 6 minutes. I'll have a +4 wisdom modifier.
Alright, so his ghost hounds attack you. That's a 26 versus your AC.
That's a hit.
It's going to do 11 damage.
Is that it?
Yeah, and they're going to vanish now. They've been here 4 rounds. I forgot to use them, but I want to get at least one last round in there with them because I forgot.
So I've already casted the fucking splendor, so I have a +4 modifier to wisdom, and I will then attack with my spiritual weapon. 15.
Miss.
Good luck, buddy.
It's going to be a 15 versus your AC.
That's a miss.
So your turn again.
I guess Ortega will. I wonder if I summon dretches if they could attack this thing.
You were a dretch before. I think you're probably familiar with the type of magic they're capable of. You know they can't physically attack it. You might remember the spells you knew when you were a dretch. They were very limited. I think it's like Stinking Cloud and summon more dretches.
Weren't you a cleric?
Yeah, but I'm kind of running low on spells to hurt an ethereal creature. I mean, I could do inflict light wounds.
That's probably not going to hurt it. Probably heal it.
That's what I'm saying. So yeah, I'll cure moderate wounds.
Alright, cure moderate it. You still have to roll versus touch AC.
Okay. And that's going to be, that would be 2d8 plus 1 point per caster level.
If you beat his touch AC.
Yeah, if I beat his touch AC. But I add my BAB and strength.
Yep.
No, you add your spellcasting modifier.
Not for a touch attack. It's BAB plus strength for touch attack. It's melee.
I got a natural 19 plus 6.
Yeah, you slap the ghost. You cast the spell.
That's going to be a 8, 4, that's 12 plus 3, so 15 damage.
Alright, this ghost is now flashing red and white.
Nice.
Got 13, which is a miss. Or 15, I'm sorry, but still a miss.
Oh, I didn't get to go with my weapon.
Oh, do your weapon then.
Yeah, let me roll it. Oh, that's a miss.
And then 15 for me is a miss. Back to you. And your spiritual weapon.
I'll try and do a cure light wounds on it. After those and slap it with a 1d8.
Alright, so roll me versus touch AC again.
That's going to be a 20, not natural.
It's a reflex save, which I got a 25, so I'll take half.
Alright. So that's going to be a 4, so that you will get 2 damage.
It's blinking even faster. I got a 20 not natural versus your AC.
That is a hit.
It does 7 negative energy damage. And
Negative energy, so that would be healing, right?
if you have a negative energy affinity, then yeah. Which
And
you
he
do.
does.
You do.
Yeah.
So yeah, you actually heal when it hits you. You heal 7. But you do take 3 strength damage.
Damn. Well, it's back to me, so I'll cast full strength on myself to
Get your strength back up to normal.
gain +4 strength.
Alright, that's your
So
standard.
I'll have a +1 temporary modifier, so no extra point, but still.
Better than the minus.
So now I'll take the attack roll with my special weapon. And that is a 21.
It's a hit.
That's 7 plus 1, so 8.
You defeat the ghost and it vanishes. You are rewarded, 3,200.
Nice.
Nice.
3,200 experience points for killing that guy. And the stage begins to lower down. Roll me a perception check.
And 11.
Alright, so on the platform below, which is larger than the platform you're on, and in the middle of it, as you're being lowered down, you see what looks like a small crystal ball about the size of a human's head, and floating above in the air in video game text, which is almost there, not there, sort of also ethereal. It says save point.
I'll touch it.
Alright, so you rush over to the crystal ball and touch it. Time freezes. It catches your eye, you gaze into it, and are able to witness the material plane. The place you don't remember very well, but sort of slightly do. Let's see where your gaze goes. Your gaze goes to Demon's Knot, where a war is raging on. Maybe it's the Rovagug in you. You see the destruction there, and now Demon's Knot is your save point.
Wow.
Save point.
While you're here and your time is frozen, you can heal a D8 plus con modifier. And if you die, you won't go all the way back to the beginning, you'll just restart here. And then your next enemy will appear. Roll me a perception check.
I got a 6.
Alright, so you see a pile of swirling leaves rising up from the ground with a skeleton flying towards you. Cersei and Morgan, arrive in Oestra via teleportation. Now, we have to talk about you. Which spell did you use? This teleport? I believe you do have to roll a percentage die for that. I mean, you've been to Oestra, at least casually, I'd say.
I've been there once before on a mission from the Palm Beach and the...
Are you trying to teleport to a specific place in Oestra? That might help your teleport if you can name a place in Oestra that you want to teleport to.
Yeah, let me look it up. You've been to my house. Yeah, I've been to the, definitely to the Temple of Ergothoa.
I would say you're very familiar with the Temple of Ergothoa, and you probably studied carefully Harlock's house.
Let's stop off at the temple.
Alright, so roll me a percentage die. Pretty likely you'll land right at the temple, though.
Probably more familiar, yeah.
I got a 40.
Yep, you're on target. You are back in the place where you were wed. Now, nearly 5, almost 6 months pregnant. Adventuring has been getting tough for you. You've been tired a lot. Firing your gun is difficult. You're having a rough time. Cersei thinks maybe you should take it easy and rest in the hospital here. As much as they love you and your gun around, maybe for the sake of the baby, you should take it easy, and she thinks the doctor here will agree with her. She has teleported you here at the temple.
I think Morgan, would want to go back to the house and just wait until it's time.
Cersei would be an excellent midwife.
So you guys go back to the Spachiman household. Nice villa on the shore there, right by the docks and the temple. Pretty decent part of town, pretty decent sized house. You guys just rest there?
Cersei has a couple things she needs to do as well.
I think Morgan, she's got her gnome clockwork servants to take care of her, so she'll just chill while... I know Cersei has some chores to do.
Alright. So you left those wind-up servants at home?
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah, you can just wind them up, and they work for, I think I said, an hour at a time, but you can keep winding them, and they keep doing stuff for you.
And they wind each other up?
Yeah, you can tell them to do that. You have a lot of them. That's fine. They can wind each other up.
Go on, buddies.
Alright, so you wind them up, they do your housework. While Cersei goes and...
I guess I'll go to a bar, or, I'll go to a bar and sit down, have a drink, and just try to soak in a little bit of the Western culture, see what makes this town tick.
Alright, well, do you have an access card?
An access card!
That will determine if and what you can enter.
That's the white card
That's
thing
a
that
chip.
I have, right?
You have a white
Me
card,
and
yeah.
Jelani have got because we were rat hunters.
Because you were
for,
exterminators in the
a
city.
little bit.
Yep.
Alright, so what I have written down for Oestra: zombie research town, tech advanced city, attacked by Bandersnatch, limited access to some areas, no law, science is law, send zombies to the moon, zombies in the surrounding mountains, 72% male population, mostly humans, and then there's Doleway, which is an acronym. It's Department of Life Without End, and that's a way to gain access into town.
You didn't really join Dolway, though, there. You came in and delivered some zombies and then never
didn't really
joined.
like that. Cool. I like the zombie aspect, but it's not really life. It's like,
Yeah.
undead without end.
Is there a way that Morgan could speak to the Spachimans and get Cersei an access card?
You could try.
Alright.
How do you
it's
reach?
gonna be
How do you reach the Spachimans?
Did Morgan learn to telepathically text with them too, or is it just Harlock?
It's just Harlock.
Alright. She'll send 2 servants just so they can keep winding each other up.
Smart.
To go to the Spachiman household and deliver a message.
All right, knowledge local to know where that is. You've never been there, I don't think.
Yeah. No, you're right, I haven't. Let me pull out Morgan's shit. Put it all away because I wasn't planning on playing her for 5 months. Alright, knowledge local. Natural 1.
Yeah, you don't know where the Spachiman household is, and you have no way of knowing how to find it. You're very unfamiliar with this city. You know everywhere you've gone before. Lots of the doors are locked. Harlock has a wide access card. I don't remember if we said that you do or not.
I don't see why she would.
Yeah, I didn't think so. Although you do have a house in town, but I guess in this society it'd be the male landowner. Harlock is the one that's you would be his guest. He has the wide access card. He'd be able to get you into places, but I don't think you have a reason to have a card.
Sorry, buddy.
I'm trying to... I wrote down like all my engineering ranks and stuff like that from Palm Beach. I can use that as some sway to help me.
Yeah, I mean, they like consider... What did I write down?
I mean, you can.
Sciences?
Science is law. That's correct. You can join the Doleway to get a wide access card, or just get a job or a home here in town. Those are 2 ways to gain a white card, which gives you access to at least the most basic areas of town, including things like the shops, the alchemist, the bank, smithy, graveyard.
Where's the job board?
If you'd like to gain a white access card, they're always looking for people to do work here in town. Do you have any skills that you can offer? I'll see if they have anything in those fields. What skills do you have to offer here?
I had that zombie engineering rank that I can't seem to find right now, working with Shuan to make those controllable zombies with the peas in their brains.
Yeah.
Pea brains?
Craft jewelry, craft alchemy. My profession's courtesan. I got good spellcraft. I got the sleight of hand.
I think alchemy or courtesan might get you in. If you can roll me one of those checks high enough, there might be a job available for you.
Alright.
You're basically taking a test to see if you pass the muster.
22.
On which skill?
Courtesan.
Yeah, they're impressed by your blowjob skills.
Very impressed.
Very impressed. You can have a white access card to work here in the city
You can come
as
back
a
and do
as
that
a
again.
street worker, a street courtesan, basically. You have a white access card, and on it you now have temporary street worker access. It's a 24-hour access, and it can be renewed every day. But you basically present it every day for it to be renewed. It's not a permanent access card, but you have access to all the white areas for 24 hours.
I want to drop a diplomacy. Also do a name drop saying that I'm here with the Spichimans, and Cersei ain't no streetwalker.
All right.
Queen says.
Queen Cersei ain't no streetwalker, yo. 31.
As a courtesan from off, not from this area. Unfortunately, unless you're a citizen here in town, you're not able to join the city brothel. So if you're going to sell those services, that might be the only way. If you have some other services you'd like to offer besides your courtesan skills.
I don't like it. I can only do hand stuff. I'm not going to be a very successful street walker. I'm a street jerker.
Well, you got two hands.
Yeah.
You got 2 hands.
Be like you think.
One. I don't like my options here, but
You can roll alchemy and just do that instead.
yeah, I can do alchemy.
Yeah, roll that instead.
All right. 24.
Yeah, your alchemy is good enough, but he says if you'd like to work in their alchemy department, that'll get you a wide access card. The jobs here for alchemy are weekly, so you will be expected to show up for the next 7 days and work. And if you'd like to reapply after that, continue your license to be here in town, you can, but you have a 7-day license with this job. But you are expected to show up. You are expected to show up for work, or your license can be revoked, and then that'll go on your record for next time.
Extra 7-day white card or whatever.
Yep.
Yeah, white access.
Temporary white access card, 7 days. And on it has your job, so it'll have the alchemist on there. It says why you're in town. And it's like one of those magnetic cards you get at a hotel. You can just hold it up against most doors. If they are white access, they will open.
And I can minor in hand jobs.
You can do that on the street. Well, do you want to apply for that license as well? You can have
might
two.
as well.
You can have. They'll add that onto your white license. You have alchemy and courtesan on there. Same license, same card. But now you can offer both services in town legally. Although science is law here, you could have done it anyway without having the license. But now it's listed, so you're on the books.
Well, then I guess unless Morgan doesn't have anything she wants to do with her little toys, I can go hit up the alchemy lab and see what I can do to further the zombie research.
Now I got another plan. I assume the Spichimans would know that I'm back resting, or we'll find out.
How would they
at
know
some
that?
point.
Well, maybe if they find out somehow. Right now, you like to see your house. I don't know how they would find out, but
I think Harlock would tell them at some point.
telepathically.
Yeah.
Okay, we can talk about that.
Yeah, but we can go with Cersei stuff for now.
Okay, so you got your white card. You're going to show up for 7 days of work.
Yes, sir.
All right, the white access card is for the lowest level of alchemy research. You're basically just doing grunt work, grinding stuff into poultices, mixing things together, bottling things, real basic grunt alchemy work.
Except I'm gonna wow them by using my brew potion feat, which allows me to craft up to level 3 spells. So they might just be getting me to make open potions, but I'm gonna drop a couple of lightning bolt potions or whatever I have access to
Sure.
make them.
You can do that. They're not mostly doing potions and stuff like that. They are mostly just doing alchemical stuff. So you're working on a lot of fuels. But magic potions, if you want to use that as a skill, then press, that's fine.
Maybe I got something that could help their fuel, like a level 3 spell. Well,
If you have lightning, that would be one. Lightning actually would help because all their batteries are lightning powered here. So if you want to do some bottled lightning, we could just say you did that, and that'll help them out. However many times you can cast that, let me know how many times you're casting that.
Well, I guess
A day. You do day 1.
Yeah. I can cast it. I'll cast it 5 times a day.
Alright, so I'll let you add 5 to your d20 roll, and your d20 will be for alchemy. That'll be how much gold you made.
28.
That's how much gold you made on your first day of work. You worked pretty quickly, though. The day seemed to go by pretty quickly for you. It was 8 hours, but it's only felt like one. You're just brewing potions away. Pretty normal day for you. You have the rest of the day free to do whatever you like here in town, or you can return back to Morgan's and Harlock's home to rest. We can assume at this time Harlock has telepathically contacted his parents to let them know that Morgan's back in town and they may come by for a visit sometime, but we'll see. That'll be percentage rolls for me.
Hard day of.
Alright, so after making some bottled lightning, a bunch of other potions and such, you go to the bar. So you go looking for a bar. Roll me a knowledge local to find the tavern.
My knowledge local is gonna be a 19.
Alright, you'll be able to find a White District tavern. With your card, you're allowed to enter and even bring a guest. But you can go to the tavern. It's mostly men. Very few ladies here in town. A lot of guys drinking after work. Possibly some guys from your alchemy lab, but from other places, low-level workers in this town as well.
Alright.
A lot of them.
What's up? What are my options?
As far as drinking,
Yeah.
they have all your standard fare here. Pretty much anything you want to drink, they can get. Nothing really special in this town about the drinking. Just pretty much all the basics are available: ales, wines, liquors.
How much for like a bottle of wine? Elven wine, perhaps?
They don't have any elven wine, but they do have some West Lindian wine from the fields of Ferme. It's an old vintage. They haven't had grapes there in quite some time, but many moons ago, over 100 years ago, they did have vineyard there in Ferme before it all rotted away. 16 gold a glass, or 150 for a bottle.
Yeah, pretty much. Well, I can pay for one glass with what I got today.
It's supposed to be a very fine wine, though. I mean, it's like I said, it's age. It's a 100-year-old wine. That's the only thing they have available right now in the wine department. They don't have any cheaper house wine or anything.
I'm gonna start out with wine and strike up a conversation and get some free drinks or something. But there's a whole bunch of dudes, and I'm a foxy ass.
Yeah, and you're buying the most expensive drink in the house, so you're definitely setting yourself apart.
Now, I don't know if you've been to a lot of strip clubs, but they always order like the most expensive drinks when like someone buys them a drink. How many more of these strip clubs? That's the thing. I'm not saying I'm at a strip club. I'm just saying I'm a fancy ass courtesan bitch.
You are a fancy ass courtesan bitch visiting the bar, buying a nice glass of wine, and sitting down. There's not a lot of room at the bar, but I believe someone will make room for you. You're Cersei, you know.
Yeah.
You poke your tits in there, and they move out of the way. You get your glass of wine.
Elbows on the bar and really push them up a little bit. Sip my wine casually. Flutter my cloak every once in a while. My nice black Dracula-looking cloak.
You're definitely drawing the attention of at least half the guys in here for sure.
Well, then I guess I'll try to do a knowledge. I really just want to find out a little bit more about this town, but...
What do you want to know? You could just diplo some guys at the bar or a bartender. You do see a couple of folks playing some sort of gambling game on one side of the bar.
What kind of gambling game?
Knowledge local.
Yeah, that sounds good. 22.
They're playing a game called Life Support. You watch for a minute and very quickly pick up the rules. You will place a bet with whoever's running the game at the time. So there's like one guy running the game of Life Support. We'll call the dealer. He'll roll a d6. You roll a d6 after that, and if your number is lower, then you lose unless you purchase another d6.
Okay.
And then the bet doubles whenever you buy a second dice. And then if your result is higher, the dealer can roll again if he adds 5 gold to the pot. First one to stop loses.
Oh, that's a fun game.
Alright, well, Cersei has 12 gold from her earnings left for the day. So I kind of start out with a 1 gold bet and move on up from there if I have to find.
You can scoot in. You could probably just be like, "Oh, I'm new in town. I want to try this game out." A bunch of guys will move out of the way and let you play.
That thing where they like come behind you and reach their arms around you to like show you how to play properly.
Yeah. We'll say this was after you've watched for a minute and you've blown on a couple dice for some people. So we'll say you went over there and knowledge local did real good. You blew on some dice. You made some friends. This is your first. You're new to town. This is your first roll. Everyone's kind of cheering you on, placing your little 1 gold bet. Let's say a couple of guys know your name by now. Let's say at least 3 guys on this table know your name is Cersei. You've introduced yourself. You'll know their names too: Rick, Dick, and Mick.
Rick, Dick, and Mick.
They're not mermaids. So their names don't have to rhyme. They just happen to. Dealer rolls a 4.
That's pretty good. I'm going to roll 1.
Well, you can either bow out and the dealer gets your 1 gold, or you can buy another die for twice your bet. So for 2 gold, you can buy a second die and roll again.
Or I can surge it, right?
You can technically surge it. You can use the power of magic to have made that roll better. But if you go over 6, it's going to loop back around to 1, just so you know.
Yeah.
There's no way to go above 6 on this dice, so.
That'll be fun. I'm going to surge it. That was another 1.
So you're at 2.
Trying to be a little too sneaky. Alright. I guess I will buy another die.
Alright, Alright, so for 2 gold, you buy a new die and are able to roll to beat my 4.
Oh my god! Another 1, so I'm at 3.
Good lord.
Well, this you have to double your bets. This one will be 4 gold if you want to buy another die. Or you can search that one to try to beat my 4 again.
Yeah, I'm at 4 right now. Is that right? 3. I'm at 3. Yeah, that's right. Alright. Yeah, I'll surge it.
I like how
Another 1, so I'm now at 4.
Alright, so it's still dealer wins on a tie, so.
do another one.
He'll roll a 6-1.
And then it'll go all the way back around.
Yeah, that's exactly how this is gonna go. I'll search it one more time. What? Roll a 1, so now I'm at 5.
That's enough to win, though. So here's what happened. You rolled your dice and did that thing where it flops over after it stops rolling. You did some magic on that dice, but just enough magic to make it happen. So yeah, you win your bet. You get all your money back.
I get all my money back?
5 gold now.
Let's search.
You didn't make any money except 1 gold because that was the original bet, and he never had to buy any extra dice. But you had a good time. You played your first game.
Nice young man.
Yep.
Earn more surges, make some more tacos? Well, then I guess I'll be like, well, that was fun. I'll step away and try to, finish my glass of wine and just see if I hear anything interesting going on about town.
Yeah, roll me perception, I guess, if you're just trying to eavesdrop.
Yeah, perception will be a 17.
Yeah, you hear a lot of these guys, low-level workers, talking about trying to work their way up the ladder, get different color cards, these guys are usually mostly young workers, either like the youth that grew up in this town, or they're migrant workers, people that have come here because they're interested in Dolway or Western or the science going on here. So a lot of these guys, even though they're doing jobs like picking up trash or making food, are interested in scientific jobs. So they're kind of have some spreading some rumors about jobs that are things they hear about going on in the higher levels. Because they are forbidden, with white access cards, you have very little access to a lot of these other areas. So there's lots of rumors about what goes on behind these closed doors. Cloning is something that's very hot topic right now. A lot of guys are talking about cloning. That the new head of Dolway, after Harlox Bachiman retired after a recent assassination attempt, the board had him replaced, and they've been moving ahead with a lot of new cloning research. They had started with some of this before. This guy had already worked with Dolway and already had developed some cloning techniques. Arliss Bachiman was never fully behind the idea of cloning. He was trying to extend human life, not duplicate it, replicate it. He believes that a losing game, he wanted to find a way to make the human body not ever die. Basically, that's his life goal, is to prevent death. But this other guy, human scientist named Vu Salat, who is now head of Dolway, is moving ahead with a lot more cloning research. There's a lot of guys really excited about that who are want to get want to get a clone, want to get a backup, real big deal. So that's really in right now. So a lot of guys are talking about that. A couple guys are talking about trying to get jobs at the power charging stations. Want to hook up lines and plug stuff in. But a lot of the power charging stations, you'll say, they will talk about a lot of the weapons that are available in the other part of the city, like laser rifles and stun batons and laser torches. A lot of the same stuff you'd probably see in Pont Vide, battery-powered weapons, electric weapons. There is some talk from another small group as you spend your night walking around, talking about some yellow card research they heard about from a friend of theirs, research into outer planes, to further the research about preventing death. So they're trying to reach outer planes for that knowledge, because a lot of beings on other planes have the ability to have extended lifespans or non-ending lifespans for some of them.
Why don't they just inject everyone with elf blood?
That would work because your body would reject the elf blood.
I'm not a scientist.
Exactly, that's why you didn't know that wouldn't work. There are some other guys at the bar talking about robotics experiments they heard about, some really cool advancements in the field of robotics. So they're nerding out about that, yeah. You might even hear something about robot hands. They definitely are talking about robotic prosthetics, so it's definitely something you might, if you've heard about the turtle flab thing, might already stick out in your mind, because they do have these guys are talking about a robotic prosthetics lab in the green card area of town that they want to work at. There's 2 guys that are working their way up the ladder to get those jobs.
Does Pat have a robot dick?
Green card, yeah.
Pat.
Yeah. Did he already collect a robot dick for his penis collection?
Oh, you mean Harlock? No.
Yes.
Alright. So, this Louis Salat or whatever, he's the head of Dolway, what area of town would he be in?
Well, he is a black card holder, so he will be in the black card district, most likely. The hardest district to get into.
Well, what's a lady got to do to get in there? Because I need to talk to this guy.
A shit ton of blowjobs.
We will know it's a shit ton of science work. We have to be part of Dolway.
Scientific blowjobs.
Yeah, you've got to be part of Dolway, and you've got to work your way up the scientific ladder to be a good enough scientist to get access to that department. He sometimes does go other places, but that's where he spends most of his time, and he'll be hard to find otherwise unless you get in the black district.
The Department of Life Without End. Yeah, I'll carry on with doing my alchemical work, and then in my off time, I'm going to start I want to look into Dolway and working my way up at these this chain of, not command, but I just want to get different colored access. I've got something I would like to talk to this Lou about.
Alright, so you want to do your next couple days of work? I assume you go back to the Chimman household at night and rest after your adventure at the bar. Tell Morgan about your day's adventures.
Tell me about your days.
She just stayed at home and round up some gnomes.
Drinking real fancy wine. Sorry you can't have any. I wish. Got this grape juice for you though. It's delicious.
Manischewitz.
Yeah.
And the wine was very delicious. It was a very fine wine. One of the better wines you've had. Real
Did a little
earthy.
gambling. One gold.
Very little
had to cheat a
gambling.
little bit, but yeah,
That's a lot of it.
any news from Harlock and them? I guess we could try calling them up and see what they're up to.
Bracer your boy.
Yeah.
See what you
wanna
want.
brace your hubby, Harlock?
I don't have a bracer.
Or I do.
You guys are in the room together. Like, let's group call.
Yeah, it'll be a group chat.
All right, Cersei turns on her bracer at home. You do have light in this house, electrical light. You're gonna get a bill for that, by the way. So keep an eye on your.
Not if I can bring in sleight of handing bottles of lightning home.
Did you do that?
No, but I'm gonna.
Okay, well, you also need to find a way to engineer a bottle of lightning as a battery. But so you turn on the house lights for the evening, and you turn on your light bracer. And let's see if anyone in the hut can hear a message coming through on the other end. I assume you guys have your bracers on in the hut.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't have it. I'm not being stealthy inside the hut, so I wouldn't have reason to not have it on.
Yeah. So it's been a day since Cersei and Morgan teleported away. Yeah.
Ooh, 19.
Yeah, you hear it. Alec, Harlock, you guys hear it? If not, I'm sure Juwan will alert you unless you roll really, really
I
well.
got a 20, not natural.
Yeah, you hear it.
Well, I guess Cersei would say, "Hey guys, it's Cersei and Morgan calling Harlock, Alex, Juwan, and crew. We got the lady up. She's got her feet up. She's resting. We're taking good care of her. We got little robots running around helping us out. I'll fill them in on everything I learned about Oestra, the access cards, the dull way, the guy who's the head of it, their cloning research, how they have this like mechanical prosthetics place. Yeah.
Oh, hey, hand for your friend.
Yeah, I feel you know that we've been sleeping on the street because you guys took the hut.
No, we didn't.
No, the hut's still there.
We're in the hut. We're in the hut. Okay.
You guys are in the hut.
Then I was talking about that Turtle Flap lost that hand, and I gotta. That's my new mission. I'm kind of bummed on it.
Okay. Well, I know I could try to look into getting your hand. It'll take some time because I have to move through different levels where that would be available. So, as far as I understand, I might be able to work something out. How many months till baby's gonna be due? And also, we forgot I was gonna scry inside of
3 or 4.
uterus.
Well, you still can. You're in the house with her now.
Yeah. I was like, does anybody want to know the sex of the baby?
Yeah.
Ultrasound.
Do Harlock and Morgan want to know the sex of the baby?
Ooh, we're placing bets.
100 gold on boy. Alright. I'll take you on that. I'll take a girl. You want to bet
I'm
100
gonna
gold?
bet it's a girl.
That's
So
betting
you guys
100
are
gold?
against
Yep.
me, Harlock, and
There's a baby pool going on.
Yeah. There has to be. Otherwise, they're not any fun.
No, not.
yeah, Harlock and Alec are gonna bet 100 gold, and Cersei and Morgan. You wanna?
Juwan's betting 100 also.
Oh yeah.
On girl?
Yep, one girl.
Well, Morgan will abstain if you want to bet.
Okay, she's betting 100 on gold. I'll bet 100 on boy then against Liz. I'm not with you, but I'll owe you whatever. I'll get it to you.
We're all in the
Yeah.
bracer, so
Yeah.
let's do it too.
I'm gonna use my black ball of scrying. Put my head underneath my cloak and look into it, and I can look from a shadowy place.
Yep, so the ball starts to glow. As it starts to glow, you have 30 seconds of vision before it gets too bright underneath your cape and it shorts itself out and becomes black again. You have 30 seconds of scrying, 5 rounds. Where are you trying to scry?
As an anatomist and a female myself, I would know some about the female anatomy. So I would try to look for the where that bun is in the oven, you know?
Yeah, but scrying allows you to observe a creature. It depends on how well you know the subject or if you have any sort of physical connection with it.
Well,
So you're going to stick your finger up Morgan's vagina or put her hand on her belly or something? Or
okay, alright, but I would also like to throw out this fact that I do know Morgan, and she did, I believe, no.
But you're not trying to scry Morgan, you're trying to scry the baby. You don't know the baby that well, but I'm letting you like sort of use Morgan as maybe second hand.
I can, yeah, I'll poke a finger up there, and also use my Sauron sensual touch.
Alright,
just
with
so
that,
I can-
I'll give you first hand, which is just a +0 to the will save modifier. So also get a will save for the baby to try to resist your scry. But it's a baby, so I doubt it has really huge will.
Unless it's a bite-ass, like, crazy cool baby or some kind of monster. That's what you're going to put inside of that thing.
I got a 19 will save.
Scrying? No, that wouldn't do it.
Yeah, so yeah, you are able to scry the baby. Do you want to roll? Do you want to roll percentage chance for the sex?
Yeah, I think that should be on Harlock or Morgan.
Or flip a coin? Do you have a coin? Coin's even better.
Yeah, I got a coin. We got coins sitting right in front of us right here.
So which one is heads? Which one is tails? There, Morgan.
Good old Georgie's on heads, so we'll say heads is boy and
Tails is girl.
tails is girl.
All right. See what happens.
It's a girl.
It's a girl! I don't know why I'm excited about that. I lose 100 gold, but I don't care.
Still, like, yeah, it was all in good fun with friends, and you know the sex of the baby now.
I'll turn off the black ball, and I think I'm happy. That's exciting.
Wait, I said girl, didn't I?
It's a girl.
You have another 6 days of work as an alchemist, I believe.
Yeah.
You need to plow if you want to do those 6 rolls and add your alchemy plus however many potions you create, plus for a bonus to that roll.
Okay.
Alright, so now that he knows she's safe at the house, he'll like let the family know that.
Do you tell them it's a girl?
Yeah, I guess I will. I'd be like, hey, good news.
Oh,
It's a girl.
what's the good news, son?
We had it's a girl. If you remember the
Oh,
old-
a girl,
Okay,
eh?
1-800 commercial.
Oh, that's too bad. I guess you guys will have to try again, huh?
I forgot we needed an air, don't we?
I rolled
Well,
my next
congratulations
2 days. I got
anyway, son.
More opportunities. Ops.
Are you still gonna keep it?
Oh my god.
I suppose I am.
Well, that's your choice, son.
Turns out anything like Morgan, it'll be a formidable force.
Oh, are you gonna orphan this baby as well? You're gonna give it up for adoption? That's not a bad idea. I mean, that's what you did with your last 3 children, so.
I think I'll try and raise this.
How are your other kids, by the way? Have you visited them since you abandoned them? There are other little Spachimans around there somewhere. Roll percentage chance if you have children somewhere. How about that? If you roll above 50%, yes, you have kids. If you roll below 50%, you don't have other kids.
Ah, shit. That's 70.
All right, roll me a d6 for how many other kids you have.
Oh, wait.
You got a 6.
6. Yes. That's way better. Yeah.
Yeah, you have 6 kids out there somewhere.
You're such a horrible person.
Now that I think back on it, Morgan doesn't like children.
No, she doesn't. Did you roll for your next 6 days of work there, Cersei?
Yes, I did.
Did you add up all your money?
I got 15 gold, 19, 31, 20, 26, and 24.
Alright, that's your alchemy goal for the week. Do you do anything else in the bars or etc. those nights?
I've been going around looking for more information about Blue and Dolway, how to join their ranks.
Have some experience with Dolway before. They wanted you to join once before. So you know where the Dolway office is.
And when we were talking over the bracer, can Harlock roll a knowledge history on Vusalat?
Yeah.
That's a 24.
Yeah, Uncle Vu. He was at your wedding. He was a really good friend of your dad's. He was around all when you grew up. You call him Uncle Vu. He's not really your uncle. He was just like such a good friend of the family. That kind of thing.
Not like anything against him then, right?
No. Him and your father had disagreements about the direction of the company, but you never really cared about Dolway. That's why you left town. You didn't want to follow in your father's footsteps. But
Gotcha.
you know the guy. You have no hard feelings. Like I said, Uncle Vu was always nice to you. Always gave you presents as a kid.
Alright, well, so that's the kind of information I'd like to know.
But now you're off the bracer.
Yeah.
Morgan can roll a knowledge history, see if she met him at the wedding.
About a lot of your past. You just started banging it out in my hut.
Well, let's let Morgan roll a knowledge history, maybe?
Yeah, maybe she remembers him from the wedding. He wasn't at the wedding, so.
That's a big old 8.
Cersei's got that, maybe. I got a 34.
Yeah,
30.
Morgan says the name sort of sounds familiar, and then you're like, oh yeah, that was one of the names on one of the presents we opened. So one of the presents came from a Vusalat.
You know which one it was?
No, Vusalat gave you the Robe of Useful Items and the Youthful Appearance Potion. I sort of remember seeing him at the wedding. You might have met him before your first trip to Dolway. You sort of kind of remember maybe meeting him or seeing a portrait of him or something in Dolway. The name sounds familiar.
Yeah, I guess I'll go to the Dolway headquarters and see what I can glean from there.
Alright, you go to the Dolway office. You hold up your white card. The white door opens for you. You're in the white department of Dolway, which is minor scientific work. The alchemy area you're working in is sort of an annex to this, so your job is actually nearby this Dolway office. They have recently developed a solar charger, which they are like highlighting right now. So you know they're promoting that item here in Dolway, selling these items, of course, that they've developed. Here in the white area, you have access to Like I said, the Alchemist, the hospitals here in the Dolway is a white area, so you have access to that facility. You have access to Smithy, do a couple of different pool upgrades. There's also power station generators here in Dolway, places you can fill your batteries or charge devices. And a bank is inside of Dolway as well. An electronic bank that will store your money. When doesn't store goods here, they will store your money, and you have a electronic bank card, very similar to your white ID, that you can get money out of your account here at this bank, but you have to come to this location, so it's kind of inconvenient unless you work or live here. But these banks are available throughout the Doorway headquarters. Pretty much anywhere you can charge your weapons or items, you can get money.
Alright, well, I guess I'll go and I'll just start. I want to set up an account at the bank, and can I start having my earnings from the alchemy direct deposit?
Yeah, it takes 800 gold to open an account. And your account, if your account drops below 200 gold, you're not allowed to make withdrawals. But you can set up a direct deposit. And you can use this card all throughout town. Most of the shops will accept these cards. So any money you put in the bank, you can. If you go below 200 gold, your account will be temporarily frozen until you make another deposit.
Okay, I made 148, so I will put in the extra 652 to have an account of 800 gold.
Account has 800 in it. If you work anymore, you can put more money in there. You guys have spent a week in town. You've started a bank account. Worked real hard. You wander around the Dolway. Seems like access into Dolway requires you to have skills they need to work on certain projects. So you basically just have to apply for a job to work on a project. If you do well, you have the ability to maybe move up the ranks and do further scientific research. You do have engineering though, so that should help you if you have knowledge engineering. If you'd like to roll that to try to apply for this job, like I said, they've just developed these solar chargers, which hold 10 charges and can charge over a 24-hour period if exposed to the light, usually direct sunlight, but any light really. They cost 9,000 gold, kind of expensive, but they, if you have charged weapons or anything like that, it's an infinite resource to keep recharging them. It's like a battery that refills itself every day. So those are available at the shops here. They are currently working on what they are calling buddy teleport bands.
That sounds awesome.
So if you would like to help, if you would like to join the Dolway and help develop these buddy teleport bands, you just need to roll a knowledge engineering to prove that you have the required skill set to do it.
Okay. I'd either want to get it on the buddy teleport bands or their cloning plans.
Alright, the cloning is a red access card thing, which means you have to work up from white to get there. But
Alright, so let's start with the buddy bands, and then I'll try to move on to cloning later.
Okay.
Alright.
So roll me that skill check.
21.
Yeah, unfortunately, your scores came back really good, and you show a lot of promise. But
What
they're
about
looking.
surgery?
Oh, if you surge it, you might do better on the test, and then they might let you in.
Alright, so that takes me to 24.
A little more.
Keep going.
Yeah, I needed 28.
Oh yeah, I got 29.
Alright, so yeah, you prove that you are worthy of working on the buddy teleport bands. This will be an 11-hour workday for you every day, just coming in and developing. I need you to roll me a percentage chance after your first week of 11-hour days, and let me know if you want to do anything else at night or anything to say, but if you're just working on buddy bands.
Yeah, I'll work the buddy bands and, still, of course, try to go out and have a glass of wine.
Alright, and spend a little gold here or there on wine, as you wish.
Yeah, chat up the dudes at the...
Yeah, make some friends. Mick and Dick and Rick, all the other fellas at the bar. In the white.
I'll gamble a little bit as well, but just enough to where I kind of break even, hopefully.
Yeah, I know you could surge your way out of it if you need to, so...
Right.
Yeah.
So I'm just gonna, just to, get out there and mingle with the people. So I'm not just sitting at home with a...
Put in some FaceTime.
I got a 72.
Alright, so whenever you join the project, they are already most of the way completed. You're in the last leg of development of this project. They've seen a couple engineers to finish off some of the final touches. So you guys are that percentage done after your first week of work. You can roll me a engineering check, and that will be how much gold you make.
A natural 20.
Alright, times 7.
Okay.
You can direct deposit that, so 140 direct deposit.
Alright.
And then the next week of work, roll me a percentage. Your pay will be the same the next week. You don't have to roll it.
That's pretty sweet, actually. I guess I am doing good work, though.
Yeah.
Alright. Well, another percentage. 92.
Alright, you are there for the completion of the buddy bands. You didn't get to see the whole process, but you were there when they finished it up. You helped to do a lot of the end work. They do a test run of them. They seem to work. They had a couple mishaps, but now they seem to teleport people, buddies, to each other's side. You buy them in pairs, and you and your buddy can, using 10 charges, so it does take a battery charge or some sort of charge, but using 10 charges, you can teleport to each other's side.
Cute.
But yeah, they put these in the market. Once you finished your 2 weeks of work, these are also 9,000 gold each.
Can I get a discount with the diplomacy since I helped develop these bitches?
Yeah, you can try that. You know, it's a D&D, you can try anything.
35.
Yeah, you're pretty charismatic. I assumed you'd get some money off.
Yeah.
They'll give you 700 off because you're one of the beta testers. Living say you even volunteered for one of the teleport test runs, risked your life. So they'll give you 700 off, making the 8,300.
Yeah. Alright, well then I'll buy one set.
Alright, you have 2 buddy bands. And yeah, however many batteries you have is how many times you can use these bands. Whoever's using the band needs to have the battery. But the other band that you're teleporting to doesn't. So like if one of you has a battery, then that just means you can teleport to the other one and the other one can't come to you. Well, great in emergencies. So you've finished your first job in the White District, 3 weeks here in town. You can either continue working in the White District on new projects, or you can try to get a job, and then now that you've proven yourself in the White District, you can try to work your way up the ladder and try to get a job in the Red District, but it'll be harder.
Can I find out a little more information about getting a robot hand?
Not until you get to that card level, pretty much. I mean, you know they're available. You're just not that level yet. You don't have access to them. And tune in next time to access more Long Distance Dungeons & Dragons Dinner Theater.